The way it is high. That was a breaking ball, but definitely no snap on that one. Johnson let that one go a little too early. It's 2-2.
And that would be kind of reminiscent of his theme song that he likes, Wild Thing.
Moon gives the sign. Here's the wind from Johnson. His 2-2 swung on and foul tipped at home plate. Johnson's dream before this season is over is to have someone in a press box somewhere play the song Wild Thing when he comes in out of the bullpen. We may find out why before it's over with tonight. Moon has the sign. He's setting up around the inside corner. Johnson's taking a hard look in there, and now Holden will step out. Jeremy Holt, a right-handed batter, facing the righty Brett Johnson. Here's the wind at 2-2 on the way. Missing inside, ball 3. That looked like the fastball that tails into the righties.
And that's probably a lot what he's talking about. When that tails in on the righties, it does have a tendency maybe to strike one here or there.
And the payoff pitch is on the way. Swung on and grounded on 2 hops. Sam Allen keeps it in front. It's going to be a tough play at first base, and they got him. Sam Allen making a great recovery at third base. The ball skipped a few feet away from him, but he recovered in time to retire Jeremy Holt. And the Morrow fans putting up something toward the first base umpire there.
And Sam did a good job of knocking it down, took his time, made a good strong throw. It was bang, bang down there at first base. The umpire rang him out. That's 2 outs now.
Here's Ricky Langley, the Mustang center fielder. And Johnson keeping the scoreless streak alive for now. In fact, a hitless streak for him. His first pitch is in the dirt and back to the screen, 1-0.
And that was about a 57-foot curveball, as I can see the mark just about 3 feet out in front. Having a little trouble early on with the breaking ball. He's going to need to get that under control because his fastball just really isn't that overpowering to where he can blow it by all the hitters.
There's a swing and a hard ground ball up the middle. Takes a good hop for Easterday behind the second base bag. His throw not in time.
Coffin, a good job of stretching out to meet him, and once again, pretty bang-bang, but he definitely beat the play down there.
Johnson has thrown 7 2/3 innings. He had a starting assignment in the March 4th and then retired the other 8 he faced. And Jeremy Vaughn, the Mustang first baseman, is up there. Throw to first, and a runner is back in safely. Lance Coffin playing at first base in the first and second games today.
A good move over to first base by Brent Johnson. Almost caught the runner leaning. Ball awaits the first offering to him from Johnson. It's in the dirt. Moon with a good stop there. 1-0. The Rams have played 4 games in the last 2 days. They played a doubleheader against state-ranked Troup County at Southern Union College in Alabama. Yesterday, they didn't get home until after 2 in the morning. They had to get up and come down and play here at 12:30. And so the team looked a little tired in the final few innings of the first game today. Throw to first, almost got away, but Coffin with a good stop. And Langley, of course, back in. But the Rams back here tonight. They had a picnic in between the games as the parents provided food, and hopefully to rest the team and have them ready for tonight. The wind and the 1-0 pitch swung on, grounded up the middle. Easterday will come across, and he boots this one. His only play is to first. It's in time. And that is out number 3, so a little shaky and a little scary out there on the left side of the infield in the first, but the Rams make their way out. No runs, 1 hit. That man left at first base. We have played 1 in the championship game of the South Metro Tournament. No score from Morrow High School. Newton Ram Baseball, WGFS, AM 1430. We are brought to you right here by the folks at East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
If you bury your nose in a cloud of sawdust and breathe deep, you're going to get choked up. Unless you're the new Husqvarna 36 chainsaw with air injection filtering, now available at Coast to Coast Home and Auto. Husqvarna's exclusive air injection saws run up to 20 times cleaner than any other saw on the market. With the Husky 36, you can work harder and longer without stopping for a filter change. What's more, an ergonomic design means that you can last nearly as long as your Husky. An angled front grip puts you in a comfortable working position that's less prone to fatigue, and vibration is kept to a minimum by separating the handles and engine unit. At only $199.95, you can't buy a better saw for home or farm than the Husqvarna 36 with air injection. So to keep your nose clean, stop by Coast to Coast Home and Auto on the Square in Covington to see the 36 and our entire line of quality Husqvarna products.
Morrow High School, we're in the finals of the championship of the South Metro Tournament. Newton Rams versus the Morrow Mustangs. Here to bring you the play-by-play. The voice of the Newton Rams.
Okay, Bill Dolan, thank you very much. The final round, the final game, and it's Newton and Morrow. The Morrow Mustangs come in with a record of
4-2. The Newton Rams 8-1 so far this year. Their one loss coming yesterday in that doubleheader against Troup County. They lost in the first game. 8-2 was the final score in that one. Rams came back, though, to win the second half of that and earned themselves a state ranking. Rams number 9 in the state of Georgia, the wide. And the first pitch from Nicholas Crisp of the second inning, a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. For those of you who are unable to be here tonight, if you've ever seen Rich Thiem from South Gwinnett pitch, Thiem, of course, graduated now from South Gwinnett. The 0-1 swung on a line foul down the first baseline, 0-2. But Nicholas Crisp, very reminiscent of Thiem. Pretty well sized in the same type of delivery. He's a lefty that throws a hard fastball and a good off-speed pitch.
And Richie Cleary, not usually fooled with a fastball, was up there hacking away on that. Just didn't quite get it.
And the 0-2 well outside this time. A ball and 2 strikes. After Cleary will be Sam Allen and Chris Middlebrooks. Joey Sampson gives the sign, the 1-2. Curveball high, 2-2.
Nicholas Crisp fallen down several times on the mound, so you got to wonder something hit back up the middle. He may have a little trouble fielding his position on.
Rams may try to do some bunting on that as well. The 2-2 swung on and missed, a hard fastball, but down below the knees. And Cleary went fishing after it, trying to dig it out. Couldn't do so. That's out number 1.
Richie's so anxious up there when he sees a fastball. Now he wants just something he can turn on and drive. And as you say, that one was down a little bit low, and Richie probably should have laid off.
And here is Sam Allen
with 1 out.
The Ram third baseman.
Allen.
Allen, another right-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher, and Crisp delivers on the outside corner for a strike, just like the first pitch to Richie Cleary. Allen in the first game today was 1 for 4 with the run scored. Scored on the 2-run homer by Middlebrooks. Wind and the pitch. He just got a piece of it, fouled it back. It's 0-2.
And Sam appeared to have a little bit of a fishing license himself there. That ball was probably about 6 to 8 inches outside, and he went out after it, trying to protect the plate, and just able to barely foul it back to the screen.
Allen has a big follow-through, and in the first game, on his follow-through, he let go of the bat, and it hit the catcher in the helmet and skipped back almost to the screen. The 0-2 outside, 1-2 in this one, like he hit the catcher on the follow-through. A ball, 2 strikes to Sam Allen. Ram third baseman digging in as the big lefty delivers. Swung on it, bounced on a hop back to the mound. Crisp has it cleanly and throws to first for out number 2.
Sam really didn't get much on that ball. It was dribbled weakly back to the mound, and Nicholas Crisp was able to recover and make a play. I think if that ball had been hit a little harder, it probably could have gotten through. Because he does appear to be off balance as the ball comes that way, but it was weakly hit, and he was able to recover.
And as a lefty, that follow-through will take him up the third base side. So a lefty like Ryan Allen may try to drag one up the first baseline. He tried to do that once in the first game, as a matter of fact. Here's Chris Middlebrooks. And the first pitch is on the way to him. It is outside and high with the curveball, 1-0. Middlebrooks made Craig Treadwell a very happy man this afternoon. He won the man 60 hot wings in the Hard Luck Cafe Wing Ding inning. The Wing Ding jackpot at 30 hot wings for this game. Pitch is a called strike, and make that 1-1 to Middlebrooks. And in the 4th inning, when the Rams come up in the top of the 4th, we will bring to you the Hard Luck Cafe Wing Ding inning. And you'll have a chance for 30 hot wings. That is, if you're in the drawing. Wind, the 1-1 pitch, an off speed, bounced in the dirt in front of home plate, 2-1.
And so far, Nicholas Crisp has pretty much just shown a good, lively fastball, and his breaking stuff appears to be having a little bit of trouble. He's been down in the dirt with a little bit, so maybe the Rams can just kind of sit back and measure that fastball a little bit and start placing it in there for some base hits.
Sampson with the sign. Here's the wind, the 2-1, swung on and hit high but foul behind home plate and toward the first base side. Evens it up at 2-2.
Really strange defensive alignment out there for the Mustangs. The center fielder is playing him as a pull hitter towards left, and the right fielder is almost on the right field line. There's a ton of space in right center field out there right now.
One person who probably would like to be up right now is Matt Easterday, a righty who likes to go to right center. In fact, that's where most of his power is. 2-2 on the way. The off speed stays low, 3-2.
And once again, he's having a little bit of trouble with the breaking ball and the off-speed pitch. And I think Chris Middlebrooks can maybe sit on the fastball here and maybe drive it out into that gap. Look at the size of that gap, Kevin. You could drive a Mack truck through out there.
Most certainly, as the right fielder, Josh Thomason, is very, very close to the right field line, at least for a right fielder. Payoff pitch on the way, called strike 3 outside corner. Middlebrooks did not think so. But the call goes to Nicholas Crisp and the Morrow Mustangs, and the Rams going down 1-2-3 here in the top half of the second inning. We will be back, no score, in the South Metro Tournament Championship game from Morrow High School. We'll be back, Newton Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
It's the Best Buys of March going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware on the Square and in Newton Plaza. Ace white leather palm gloves made of durable white cotton canvas available in small or large, $197 a pair. An 18-inch garage sweep from the National Brush Company, $588. Ace 5-star flat latex wall paint, $7.97 a gallon. And an Ace 8.5-inch clamp lamp, just $333. It's the Best Buys of March going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware on the Square and in Newton Plaza.
For the best in chiropractic care, visit Lithonia First Chiropractic. Dr. Michael Brust specializes in nerve and spine rehabilitation. Call for an appointment, 482-1114, 482-1114. Most insurance accepted, and we take care of your insurance paperwork at no charge to you. Call Lithonia First Chiropractic at 3081 Stone Mountain Street in Lithonia, 482-1114, 482-1114.
And welcome back to Morrow High School. This ball game moving right along. We head for the bottom of the second inning as Newton prepares to pitch to the Mustangs. And here to tell you all about it, Kevin Holden. Okay, Bill Dolan, thank you very much. And the man who has set the Rams down in order in the first 2 innings is now going to step up and try his luck at the plate. Nicholas Crisp, a left-handed batter, and also a left-handed pitcher. Brent Johnson's first pitch on the way to him. Swings and misses. Took a big cut there at the fastball, 0-1. Once again, Brent showing up good live on the fastball. Got some good movement on it, good location. Hopefully he can get that breaking ball working too, and he's going to be tough to hit himself tonight. And Crisp will be followed by Matt Smith and Landon Reeser. And the pitch on the way to him. Same pitch, same spot, same result. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Brent's definitely throwing a lot harder than he did in his last outing when he came in, just wanting to throw strikes and get through the game. Appears to have pretty good stuff so far. The 0-2 nearly hit him inside, 1-2. Johnson coming inside and holding that ball an extra second on the release point with the fastball. This might be a good time for that cut fastball running away from him since he just came inside a little bit on him. Johnson's fastball acts kind of like a screwball. And he throws a curveball, caught the outside corner, strike 3. Nicholas Crisp, I think, wasn't expecting that pitch. He has gone for out number 1. Good pitch by Brent Johnson through that backdoor curveball. Kind of snuck in over the corner. And Nicholas Crisp, after just looking at that inside heat, was waiting for the fastball and was fooled.
Now batting with
by
1
the
out.
speed.
Designated hitter
And here's the DH, Matt Smith, batting for the right fielder, Josh Thomason. Smith bats from the right-hand side. There's a swing and a pop fly into shallow right. Ryan Allen is going to come over, and he will make the play for the second out. Ryan Allen is kind of, in addition to owning second base, has owned that shallow right field side. He's made some plays over there that either the first baseman or the right fielder probably should have gotten to, but in miscommunication, he takes charge. And he does a good job at making sure the ball gets caught, because that's the key. It doesn't matter who ends up doing it as long as the ball is caught. Ryan's just done a superb job defensively. Hitting the ball real well, too, and some of those atom balls are going to start falling pretty soon for him, I think. Here's Landon Reeser. Third baseman for the Mustangs, swings and hits one on 2 hops, back to the mound. Johnson has it, his throw to first in time. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a pitcher's duel, a 6-pitch inning. And the Morrow Mustangs going down 1-2-3. We have played a pair of innings from Morrow High School, and we have no score. The championship game of the South Metro Tournament live right here on WGFS AM 1430. And of course, we want to thank the folks who make it possible, East Metro Communications, which just happens to be Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
Charles Evans Nissan refuses to be undersold. We will meet or beat any advertised price on any in-stock unit. If you are tired of high pressure and the runaround, come to Charles Evans Nissan in Conyers. We put the fun back into buying a car. Charles Evans Nissan is located at 1420 Iris Drive in Conyers, 922-7600. Remember, Charles Evans Nissan, we won't be undersold. That's 922-7600.
If you're a serious sports fan and you crave serious sports talk, then you need to tune in to WGFS AM 1430 each and every Saturday between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. for Sports Source Weekly. Todd Q. Chapman and Kevin Holden will be taking your phone calls. We'll be discussing sports topics on the professional level, the collegiate level, and on the local high school level. That's Sports Source Weekly, heard every Saturday between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. with Todd Q. Chapman and Kevin Holden right here on Newton County's Source for Sports, WGFS, AM 1430.
And South Metro High School, the finals of the South Metro Tournament. Newton Rams versus the Morrow Mustangs. And here to try and get some runs for the Rams, the voice of the Rams, Kevin Holden. Okay, Bill, thank you very much. And it's been a story of two pitchers, Nicholas Crisp and Brent Johnson, both of whom have had excellent first two innings, and the Rams send up the bottom three in the order. Lance Coffin, Trail Horton, and Matt Easterday. Nicholas Crisp is a junior, and the Morrow pitching staff very young. A couple of freshmen and a sophomore in the lineup. In fact, there's only one senior on that pitching staff for Morrow, so we'll see most of them in the next few years. Wind and the pitch to Coffin. A ball outside. And Lance, as he has done so well this year, is going to make this pitcher throw strikes to him. He tends to get a lot of bases on balls, as we talked about in the first game. May not have the highest batting average, but his on base is near 500 almost all the time. There's a high pop fly into center field. Ricky Langley goes back on it, though. He's under it and makes the play. And Lance Coffin hits a hard drive, but got under it a little too much. Took it to straightaway center field, and I believe the dimensions are about 350 to 360 in center field. And he didn't quite get all of it, but drove it pretty well. Here's somebody who did get all of one in the first game, Trail Horton. Horton drove one deep to center field back in the first game.
Now batting right fielder, Trail Horton.
Wind and the first pitch to him. An off-speed pitch. It caught the outside corner for strike one. And Trail Horton, a person who hadn't played any baseball last year and came straight off the basketball court to play this year, has adapted very well, and he is back in the starting lineup. The wind, the 0-1 pitch, low, ball one. He has hit the ball pretty well at times and has been more than adequate out in the outfield. He's got good speed out there, and that tends to make up for bad jumps. He very rarely has been out of position on balls he's played. He normally can make up for it with that good speed. The righty awaits the 1-1 pitch. It is low for ball two. Nicholas Crisp has exactly that, a crisp pitch. His fastball also has a very good breaking ball. He's been able to both drop them in for strikes and start them in the strike zone and drop them out. And that way the breaking ball sort of serves two purposes. Be a good strikeout pitch, but also a good pitch when you're behind in the count. And the wind and the 2-1 delivery, swung on and missed. Hard heat toward the outside corner, and Horton took a big cut but missed. He was pretty much overmatched by that fastball. Chris does throw a very good fastball. That was low and away. Tough pitch to hit. Trail up there really hacking and wasn't able to come up with it. And Joey Sampson giving the sign for the 2-2 pitch. Called strike three, outside corner. Fastball perfectly placed. Third strikeout for Nicholas Crisp. And the Rams just aren't going to be able to sit there and look at those pitches around that corner. The umpire is going to call that outside corner tonight, it appears, so they need to be up there flailing away at it. Here is Matt Easterday, the Rams shortstop, right-handed batter.
Shortstop, Matt Easterday.
And Crisp delivers to him. There's a swing and a hard ground ball towards short. Willie Carter comes across, makes the play. His throw from the hole in time. Well done by the shortstop, Willie Carter. And once again, the Rams going down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. And after 2.5 innings from Morrow High School, as we're bringing you the final game, the championship game of the South Metro Tournament, we have no score. Newton Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications. They're Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
When you need insurance, here's the first thing you should do. Call your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you.
Are you age 55 or older? We've reduced the cost of auto owners' homeowners insurance 20% in Georgia. Here's why. Our statistics show mature homeowners have fewer and less costly losses. So if you're 55 or older, it's only fair to charge you less for your homeowner's insurance. For mature homeowner savings, see your no-problem auto owner's insurance agent.
Call your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you.
See Steele Jones Insurance Agency, located on Floyd Street, Southeast in Covington. Or call 786-9213.
Auto owners, the no-problem people.
And welcome back to Morrow High School as the Newton Rams prepare to bring it to the Morrow Mustangs in the bottom of the third inning. This ball game moving right along. Only about 25-30 minutes into the game. And here to bring you the play-by-play, the voice of the Rams, Kevin Holden.
Okay, Bill, thank you. Joey Sampson leads it off for the Morrow Mustangs. He's the number 8 batter in the order. Morrow with 1 hit in this game. The Rams, so far in this game, have only had 1 base runner. Reaching on an error by the pitcher on the first pitch of the game, a bunt right back to the mound. Brett Johnson's first offering, a fastball inside to Sampson, 1-0. Brian Moon with the sign. The 1-0 pitch swung on and grounded toward short. Easterday will have to charge. Fields it on the short hop. His throw is past Coffin and down the first baseline, but alertly down there is Ryan Allen. So the runner's safe at first base.
Matt Easterday kind of got caught in between hops there. It looked like he was going to charge in on it, would have made an easier play. Instead, he laid back, got kind of hit with that short hop, came up and really had to try to gun the ball, but the runner would have been
out. Second baseman, Gunju Pack.
Gunju Pack will be the hitter. Gunju, the second baseman. And a right-handed batter. Morrow with a lot of righties in the lineup. Runner takes his lead away from first. Stretch and the pitch. He was looking to bunt, pulled it back. It's a strike, though. Johnson's tailing fastball caught the inside corner.
Brent Johnson doing a good job of keeping these batters off stride. Had just a lot of ground balls and a pop-up. Nothing really been driven hard against him yet.
0-1 on the way. It's a called strike, 0-2. Rams had 10 hits and 11 runs in the first game. But 1 or 2 runs may stand up here. Of course, we said that about the Fayette County game, which was scoreless after 3.5 innings and ended up 6-5 as the lead switched back and forth several times. The 0-2. Called strike 3. Johnson came right back in with the fastball.
And Gunju Pack came up to the plate, didn't move the bat, and looked at 3, and he goes and sits back down.
1 man on.
And Willie Carter is back up. Carter, the shortstop for the Mustangs, grounded one hard to Ryan Allen on the first pitch of the game from Brett Johnson. Throw to first, and back in, diving into the bag is Joey Sampson, but he was well ahead of the throw. Lance Coffin with some chatter over at first base. The pitch on the way. Curveball swung and missed, 0-1. Johnson throwing the off-speed pitch on the first pitch to Carter. He wasn't expecting that.
Now, he's been setting that up with that good fastball, and he really had him fooled with that off-speed breaking ball.
The 0-1, a fastball, perhaps Johnson's best of the night. A little extra stuff on that, but well outside, 1-1.
That was kind of that cut fastball that tends to run away from the left-hand batter. Just got a little bit too far away. But like you said, had a lot of pop on it.
And the 1-1 pitch has popped up into left field. Coming on is the left fielder, Richie Cleary. He will make the play for the second out, and fly balls into the outfield might be an adventure here tonight. The lighting around left field, center field, and down the right field line is a little bit dark out there, so fly balls might be a little tougher to pick up, and the outfielders may have a little trouble seeing the ball.
Jeremy
Well, Richie came in pretty easily on that one and didn't appear to have any problems and made the play look easy.
Jeremy Holt will be the batter. He grounded one to Sam Allen last time and was called out on a controversial play at first base. And a throw over to first. Sampson is back in. 2 down. We are in the top half of the third in a very, very quick-moving game. Exactly the opposite of what we had earlier today, as we had a lot of big innings in the game earlier. Pitch is swung and popped up toward third base. Sam Allen goes backpedaling and makes the play in shallow left field, and that'll do it for the Morrow Mustangs. A hit, but they leave that man at first base. Joey Sampson led off the inning with the single, but he stays there as we end the third inning, and we move to the fourth. Still no score. The championship game of the South Metro Tournament and the Hard Luck Cafe wing-ding inning right around the corner. Newton Ram Baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by the folks at East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating at 786-4937. They'll send them packing termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches, and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
Hey, Carl, the greenskeeper here for the Hard Luck Cafe. You know, that's that little red building down by Nationwise. After a hard day hunting varmints on the golf course, I love to stop by and get some hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. They've got them all the way from that extra mile up to my favorite, TNT. It's a real Cinderella story how Randy has become king of the wings. So stop by and see Randy or call him at 787-0421. When you do, tell him Carl sent you and maybe he'll give me a free wing or something. Remember, that's 787-0421.
And welcome back to Morrow High School, and you heard Carl, the greenskeeper, talking about the Hard Luck Cafe. And yes, indeed, it is time for the Hard Luck Cafe Wing Ding Inning. Here to tell you about it and maybe bring you a winner, Kevin Holden.
Well, we had a winner earlier today, Bill. We had Craig Treadwell picking up 60 hot wings off the bat of Chris Middlebrooks. He drove one out during the Wing Ding inning. That was the big 9-run third that the Rams had today. And hopefully someone will make someone a winner tonight. And the way it works is this. You put your name, address, and phone number on a postcard, index card, something like that, and get it to the radio station. You can send it to P.O. Box 869, Covington, Georgia, 30210. You can, of course, drop it by our studios on Hendrick Street, just off the square in Covington. You can phone it in, 786-1430, fax it in, 784-9892 on the fax. And you'll be in the Hard Luck Cafe Wing Ding Inning Jackpot. You'll be potentially able to be drawn to win some hot wings. And Ryan Allen leads it off, batting for Mitchell Whitehead of Covington, Georgia. Allen bats from the left-hand side. First pitch to him. He was thinking about bunting, but pulled it back as the pitch was high.
I think he liked the success he had with that in the first inning when he laid down the bunt. And like you're talking about, if he could drag it past the pitcher down the first baseline, he wouldn't have any problem beating it out as far off the mound as Nicholas Chris falls towards third base.
Plus, Allen's a lefty and speedy at that. He takes another high, hard one, but up too high, 2-0. So Mitchell Whitehead of Covington, Georgia, has a chance to pick up 30 hot wings. If Ryan Allen can take one deep, I don't think he's thinking about taking one deep, but wouldn't mind having one leave the yard. 2-0 on the way. Low, ball 3.
And Ryan doing what he needs to do as a good leadoff hitter, make the pitcher throw strikes. He's making him come to him. He's worked the count to a 3-0 count, and I'm sure he'll be looking at this one as the old automatic right here.
And Sampson signed the wind and pitch. It's ball 4 inside. So the Rams have their leadoff batter on base, something they will desperately need if they hope to push something across. And here's Brian Moon, an excellent bunter.
Now batting.
And you got to think Ryan's going to be just a little more careful down there with the move that Nicholas Chris showed him in the first inning when he actually picked him off.
And Moon will be batting for Danny Bartello, who lives in the city of Covington. Moon bats from the right-hand side. Danny, if this is any consolation, this is Moon's natural side to bat from. Stretch, first pitch to him, swung on and line down the first baseline, but it rolls foul. The first baseman, Jeremy Vaughn, tried to come after that ball, but apparently did not touch it according to the umpire's ruling as it went foul. It was well in front of first base and had a lot of English on it, took kind of a spin foul after it bounced about 10 feet in front of first base.
I guess that's what he ruled, that the first baseman didn't get to it, Kevin. I was kind of blocked a little bit, couldn't get a good clean-cut view. But had he touched it in front of first base, all bets are off, and that ball's in play.
At 0-1 the count. So Moon will go back up there and have an extra life. Ryan Allen at first. We haven't seen anything of the arm from Joey Sampson yet. But the Rams definitely into the running game. Here's the throw to first. It is over the first baseman's head and down the first base line. Allen was nearly caught leaning the wrong way. He will go over to second on the errant pickoff throw. But once again, he was fooled by the pickoff move of Nicholas Crisp, and a lot of times that's the best deterrent to the running game is a good pickoff move.
Yes, it is. He was, as you say, leaning the wrong way. But Nicholas Crisp, instead of just making a good, strong throw over there, kind of took something off it and almost kind of lollipopped, and that caused the ball to sail and go over the first baseman's head, allowing Ryan Allen to reach second base on the air.
And so the Rams now a runner in scoring position, no one out, looking to dent the scoreboard, which neither team has done yet. Allen is going for third. The pitch is bunted right in front of home plate and foul. Moon is disgusted with himself, 0-2. Brian Moon, usually known for his bunting skills, especially the surprise bunts, but this time not able to execute as Ryan Allen will have to return to second.
Ryan Allen had a great jump on the play, too. I think he probably could have had the base stolen outright. But the coach trying to get that runner over to third with only one out, and Mooney just didn't quite lay down the bunt.
Stretch the 0-2 pitch, swung on a line down the right field line, but it's foul, out of play. Moon stays alive, but still in a hole here, 0-2. The Rams are still looking for their first base hit tonight against Nicholas Crisp.
The Morrow Mustangs have 2 base hits. Those are the only 2 base runners that Brent Johnson has allowed. Staying away from the walks is key for him. He hasn't walked a man yet. 0-2 pitch on the way. Low and outside, ball 1.
And a good job of making sure he threw a strike there by Brian Moon. Tough pitch to lay off, but that was a little bit low and outside, and he was able to lay off it and stay alive.
The Newton Ram third base coach, Joe Brasfield, flashes the signal to his runner and his hitter. We'll see what they do here with a count of 1 and 2. And that is a balk on Nicholas Crisp.
He did his motion and went ahead and came home to the plate. Both umpires called that immediately. Good call by the umpires there.
It remains 1 and 2 as no pitch on the balk. And now Morrow brings the infield in. No one out, a runner at third base, and the Rams 1 base away from becoming the first team to dent the scoreboard in what so far has been the best pitcher's duel of 95 that we have seen. The wind, the 1-2 pitch, line foul down the first baseline. Moon is getting some good cuts at the ball, but driving it down that first baseline. It's funny, when he was batting lefty in the first game, he was hitting everything, pulling it foul down the first base side.
He's staying alive and hitting the ball, and that's what he wants to do, is drive that ball into the outfield and get Brian Allen home from third base.
The drawn-in infield here, the 1-2, bounced in front of the plate. Runner is going to try to come home. The throw home, not in time. Allen is safe. And safe at first base is Brian Moon. Good hard-nosed play from Ryan Allen, diving in. And the Morrow catcher is going to say that he blocked the plate. He is talking to the home plate umpire right now, but the home plate ump will have nothing of it. The pitcher, Nicholas Crisp, tried to shovel the ball from his mitt to the catcher. That may have cost the Mustangs.
Kind of a risky play there, as it was so slowly hit. The catcher did have the play blocked, but Ryan Allen got through him, and his leg came across and slid across the plate before the tag was laid down.
So the first run on the scoreboard, and it's in the Rams' favor. Rams up 1-0. Luke Allen will step up. Allen, the Hardline Cafe wing-ding inning, is batting for Fay Lewis of New Bern, Georgia. So Fay Lewis, you've got Luke Allen up there with a chance to win you some hot wings. Allen was bunting and fouled it right back to the screen, 0-1. Have a feeling that next week, when the Rams have the entire week off, one of the first priorities in practice will be the bunting game, as the Rams have had a lot of trouble with that today.
And particularly in sacrifice situations where you're really not trying to do anything fancy, just get the bat on the ball and lay it down out in front of the plate.
Throw to first, and back in is Brian Moon. So Fay Lewis of New Bern, Georgia, a person with now the chance to pick up 30 hot wings, hoping to join our first winner earlier today. Craig Treadwell picked up a 60-piece. Pitch is a called strike to Luke Allen. Goes to 0-2. That was a good curveball from Nicholas Crisp that started inside and then came back in and caught the inside corner.
And Luke wasn't real happy with the call, but he's in the hole and needs to really protect the plate now.
And the 0-2 on the way. A fastball low. A delayed steal here from Moon. Here's the throw down to second base, and Moon is out. Moon was trying that delayed steal, but this time around wasn't able to get down there in time. In fact, Sampson double clutched on the throw, and Moon was still out.
And Luke Allen down talking to Coach Brasfield on the play. Ryan didn't get a real good jump from the hesitation out there, particularly once Joey Sampson had to double pump there. I thought he might have a chance to get in there, and then his slide actually left him a little short of the bag, it looked like.
I don't think he ever touched the second base bag on his slide. The wind, the 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Crisp coming and challenging Luke Allen with his hardest stuff, the fastball. Allen couldn't catch up, 2 down.
Now batting cleanup, left fielder Richie
And it brings
Cleary.
up Richie Cleary, the Ram left fielder. And here in the wing-ding inning, Richie Cleary will be batting for Dana Hawkins of Covington. Wind, first pitch to Cleary, swung on and missed. That was an off-speed pitch, and Cleary taking a big rip at it, 0-1.
Something Richie's been seeing an awful lot of lately, that off-speed stuff, and he has been having just a little bit of trouble with it because he likes to get out and really pull that ball.
0-1 on the way, swung on and grounded hard towards second base, but Gunju Pak makes a good play there, and his throw to first in time. But the Rams put one across on one base hit. There was one error, and no one left on base, and we are halfway home in the championship game of the South Metro Tournament. No winners in the Hard Luck Cafe wing-ding inning. So we'll try it again when the Rams play Brookwood on the 27th, the next Ram game. It'll be worth 40 hot wings, and we'll be back. Ram Baseball, WGFS, AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
Hey, Carl, the greenskeeper here for the Hard Luck Cafe. You know, that's that little red building down by Nationwise. After a hard day hunting varmints on the golf course, I love to stop by and get some hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. They've got them all the way from that extra mile up to my favorite, TNT. It's a real Cinderella story how Randy has become king of the wings. So stop by and see Randy or call him at 787-0421. When you do, tell him Carl sent you and maybe he'll give me a free wing or something. Remember, that's 787-0421.
Fit in some fun, slip into a grin. Show the world the mood you're in.
Come celebrate the savings during Goody's grand opening sale. You'll find Mrs. Alfred Dunner coordinates now 30% off. Save on all Junior and Mrs. Spring dresses, too, at 25% off. And Junior's China tees are just $5.99 during the grand opening sale at Goody's Family Clothing.
Goody's feels like you.
And welcome back to Morrow High School. Newton Rams baseball in the finals of the South Metro Championship. Good news if you're a Ram fan as they pushed one across last inning. Here to tell you about it, Kevin Holden.
Well, you certainly can't be comfortable here. A one-run lead facing a very tough Morrow Mustang team that sends up the 3, 4, and 5 spots, starting with Ricky Langley. And Brent Johnson winds, and his first pitch to Langley is in the dirt and right back toward us. Count is 1-0. That one bounced and hit right at the screen right in front of us. We could have reached out and touched that ball.
Unfortunately, the reason it came back was because it bounced about 5 feet out in front of the plate, and you hate seeing Brent not getting that good movement on his curveball. He needs to have that working to be effective.
There's a swing and a miss on the fastball, 1-1. Langley, the owner of one of the 2 base hits from the Morrow Mustangs today, singled in the first, also a single from Joey Sampson in the third. Those are the only 2 base runners that Johnson has let reach base so far. The 1-1 swung on, bounced foul right at home plate, runs it to 1-2.
And I know Coach Brassfield would love to get a good, strong, at least 5 or 6 innings out of Brent Johnson today. He's got a tired pitching staff right now. This being Rams' 6th game in roughly the last 5 or 6 days. It's been a tough stretch for him, and it'd be good to have Brent go the distance.
There's a curveball called strike 3 inside corner, and if Johnson continues throwing pitches like that, he will go the distance, as that pitch started inside, but a great break on it, came in, caught the inside corner. That's only the 3rd strikeout from Johnson.
He made a real good pitch there with the curveball, and caught him looking to where he just fooled him completely on it.
There's a swing and a high pop fly into center field. Going back on that one is Luke Allen. He's under it to make the play, and Jeremy Vaughn flies out for the 2nd out. 1 pitch to that batter, and an out, and Nicholas Crisp will be the hitter with 2 down and no one on.
Brent Johnson has not had to throw a lot of pitches so far. He has done had several outings, so I don't really think he's under a pitch count. I think it's just a matter of how long he can really stay effective, and if he can continue like this, I think we can see him going 7 innings.
And Crisp was a strikeout victim his first time. He struck out looking. The lefty batter awaits the first pitch from Johnson. Swings, pops it foul behind the screen. 0-1. Johnson in 3 2/3 has faced 13 batters, and he has retired 11, giving up the 2 singles. The wide, and Johnson's pitch, a called strike on the outside corner, 0-2. We are in the 4th with 2 outs, and Johnson has now thrown 32 pitches. So he has been very effective with the pitch count.
Had several one-pitch batters, and that really helps a pitcher, particularly when they're retired.
And the 0-2 is outside for ball 1. So a ball and 2 strikes here to Crisp as Johnson wasting 1 well outside. Shakes off one side, looks in intently and has what he wants. His wind and 1-2 pitch, a curveball high and outside, evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes to his opposing pitcher, Nicholas Crisp. The sign by Moon. The 2-2 outside, ball 3, a hard fastball, but just off the outside corner.
That's that cut fastball he throws that just kind of tails away just a little bit, and it appeared to be just an inch or 2 off the block there, and he didn't get the call.
And the 3-2 on the way. Called strike 3 outside corner. Nicholas Crisp had flung the bat away and was headed down to first base. Mass confusion, Brian Moon threw the ball to 3rd, but it was the 3rd out of the inning, and so everybody will try to regroup. That's a strikeout, a called strike 3, and some ruckus being laid up there by the Morrow Mustang fans as that pitch looked like the one that was called a ball right before it. But anyway, we'll be back as Morrow goes down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. Rams on top, 1-0 in the championship game of the South Metro Tournament. Newton Ram Baseball, right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
If you want to save money on a great chainsaw, you want the Husqvarna 51. Because right now at Coast to Coast Home and Auto, you can pick up the powerful, reliable, and lightweight Husqvarna 51 for only $329.95. That's a savings of $70. With 3.1 cubic inches, the Husky 51 has the power to do some serious cutting. Thanks to an extra-large air intake and filter, it runs clean and cool. It weighs just over 11 pounds and features a combination choke idle for easy starting. What's more, it has one of the industry's lowest vibration ratings. It all adds up to a saw that lets you do a lot more with a lot less effort. No wonder professional loggers choose Husqvarna. So pick up your own Husqvarna, the Husky 51, and save big. It's just $329.95 at Coast to Coast Home and Auto. Call them at 786-7979 for more information, or see them on the square in downtown Covington.
And welcome back to Morrow High School. Newton Ram Baseball as they take on the Morrow Mustangs in the finals of the South Metro Tournament. Balk playing a very important role in this game so far as the Rams are up 1-0.
Off the top of the fifth.
Sam Allen will be the first batter up for the Newton Rams. He takes one off the outside corner for ball one. Sam Allen, Chris Middlebrooks, Lance Coffin, 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Rams. Up by 1 run, one little run in the top half of the fifth. Pitch to Allen outside, ball two. The Rams' road to the South Metro Tournament Championship, or hopefully a championship, has been very interesting. And for those of you who are the faint of heart, maybe you shouldn't listen to Newton Ram Baseball because there have been plenty of exciting finishes. If you like exciting finishes, though, this is the place to be. 2-0 on the way. Swung in line toward right field, but Josh Thomason is there. Now it's over his head. He misjudged the ball. It goes back and hits the wall. Sam Allen going for second. He is in with a stand-up double. And, Bill, I think the lighting may have played a role out there.
Well, I don't think he realized how hard Sam Allen hit that ball. Sam tattooed it pretty good, and it was a line shot. That line drive right straight at you is the hardest ball to judge. He didn't go back, immediately turned and started running. You could tell he wasn't going to get to it. Sam really stung that ball. And the Rams have something going here.
Chris Middlebrooks.
And Chris Middlebrooks is the next man up. A strikeout victim. He struck out looking. Looked at a third strike back in the second inning. That ended the second. In fact, the Rams did not have their first hit until that fourth inning. That helped to bring a run home. First pitch to Middlebrooks, inside for ball one. In fact, that one off the bat of Brian Boone. You could probably call that a fielder's choice and say that this hit from Sam Allen was the Rams' first hit.
That's true, but it's hard to say whether they would have had a chance at getting Brian Boone at first base. So I think that's probably a good call, giving him a hit on that.
Thank you. Stretch and the 1-0 pitch. Line toward right field. This time Thomason running in on it. He makes the play. Sam Allen is going to try to tag and hit for third base, and the throw has him beat. No, save for third base. And here come the Morrow team. They are all going to be around that field umpire. The throw had him beat by more than 10 feet, but Allen must have slid around the tag and been safe at third base, but he is saved, tagging up on the fly ball to right field.
And it appeared to be a real good slide by Sam Allen, and he's out there with the dirty uniform once again. Appears to be about 14.5 foot of skid marks out there, Kevin, as he got around the tag, sneaking the far hand in, kept the near hand away from him to where he did not get the tag until it was higher up on the body.
The skid marks were at an angle this time, though. The 14 feet of skid marks were. And Lance Coffin will be the next batter. A fly out to center field in his first trip up to the plate, and I have a feeling this discussion between the Morrow manager and the field umpire might take a while. Actually, the manager headed back toward the dugout.
A little impromptu umpiring by Coach Joe Brasfield as he was given the safe sign as soon as Sam got into the bag. Close play down there, and it looked like he did get the hand in there to make him.
And Coffin, the next man, due up here, right-handed batter, and time is called as the Morrow head coach goes out now, and he's going to call a conference at the mound. He had asked for the infield to be in, but they may have some type of play on, or they may be trying to regroup after that one.
Kind of a dangerous play there, trying to tag. That ball was not hit that deep, and of course Sam is not the speediest of the Rams. Had it been somebody like Matt Easterday or Luke Allen or somebody like that, you could see it. It was some gutsy base running, and we'll see if it pays off for the Rams. But we know how Coach Joe Brasfield likes to run and take chances, and his theory is run till they throw you out.
And the Rams with a one-run lead here, but still staying aggressive on the base paths. something you've got to give a lot of credit to Coach Brassfield for. Of course, in a close game, you can also run yourself out of some innings that way. The 1-0 pitch to Coffin is outside.
And the infield is definitely in. They're playing it in tight.
Now batting with a runner at third.
With the
First baseman, Lance
score as
Holden.
tight as it is, and as well as Johnson's pitching, they don't want to take a chance on giving another run.
There's a swing and a high fly ball to center field. It is caught. Allen will try to tag. Here's the throw to the plate. It is well behind the plate. And diving in safely, making the skid marks at home plate, is Sam Allen. And that's the second run for the Rams. They're on top by 2, and you can bet that Sam Allen and Lance Coffin are both being mobbed down that first base line. Everyone is out there congratulating Sam Allen because every precious run counts here.
And a good job of hitting by Lance Coffin. He was ahead in the count, got a pitch that he could drive, took it to center field. The center fielder unleashed a strong throw, a little too strong. It was way too high, and there was not even a play at the plate. Sam coming in with one of his patented head first slides again and coming all the way across the plate. And that's a big run, Kevin Holden.
Trail Horton will be the hitter. Struck out looking his first time in. This pitch hits him, and it hits him on the shoulder. And the home plate umpire is going to stand out right between Horton and the pitcher to make sure nothing happens. Right now, Horton just holding what appears to be his left elbow. He is down on a knee, and Coach Brassfield is right there with him down the third baseline. Easter Day is over. Taking a look, that was a fastball well inside, and Horton in a little bit of pain right now.
And that's in that position where you just don't have a chance to get out of the way, kind of in the middle of the back there. And the umpire immediately went out to the middle, and now he's talking to the opposing coach, the Morrow coach, and I'm not sure if he's given some kind of warning or something here. That pitch was definitely in on him, and you don't like to see it, but hopefully he wasn't throwing at him and the ball just got away from him.
Trail Horton now at first base after being hit by a pitch. Matt Easterday, the next man up. The Rams shortstop grounded out his first time. And once again, there is going to be a conference around at Morrow Mustang Mound as the middle infielders going in and talking to the pitcher. There may have been some discussion between the Rams bench and the Morrow Mustang middle infield. Maybe some trash talking going on down there.
Well, hopefully Trail Horton's all right after losing Bryce Avery in yesterday's ball game.
First pitch, a called strike on the outside corner to Easterday, 0-1. Bryce Avery on the first pitch of the game against Troup County over at Southern Union broke 2 fingers attempting to bunt. He's here, but he's in a cast, giving moral support if nothing else. The 0-1 swung and missed. Chris comes in with a good hard fastball, 0-2.
He gave a motion there almost towards first base. He was real borderline to a balk there, Kevin Holden, as he kind of pumped like he was going to first base. And if he continues that motion, you may see another balk called on him.
And the sign and pitch swung on foul tipped. That is out number 3. Sampson spiking the ball on its way back to the mound. A strikeout victim is Easterday, and the Rams go down. However, they pick up another run on 1 hit, and they leave a man on base. And we have played 4.5 innings. We are at Morrow High School in the championship game of the South Metro Tournament, and the Newton Rams on top, 2-0. Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent of AirTouch Cellular.
For the best in chiropractic care, visit Lithonia First Chiropractic. Dr. Michael Brust specializes in nerve and spine rehabilitation. Call for an appointment, 482-1114, 482-1114. Most insurance accepted, and we take care of your insurance paperwork at no charge to you. Call Lithonia First Chiropractic at 3081 Stone Mountain Street in Lithonia, 482-1114, 482-1114.
It's the Best Buys of March going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware on the Square and in Newton Plaza. A Keller 6-foot aluminum stepladder, only $25.88. An Ever-Ready floating lantern, $3.99. Quick set entry lock or deadbolt, just $7.97 each. And Enforcer drain care, $4.88. It's the Best Buys of March going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware on the Square and in Newton Plaza.
And welcome back to Morrow High School, Newton Ram baseball. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Rams up 2-0 and here to try to hold them. The man who can hold them, hopefully Kevin Holden.
Okay, Bill Dolan, thank you very much.
Lead off
Matt Smith will lead it off here for the Morrow Mustangs. He'll be followed by Landon Reeser and Joey Sampson as Morrow sets up the bottom portions of their order. And the home plate umpire is talking with Joe Brassfield right now. And apparently something did go on between the Ram bench and the Morrow middle infield in that last half inning, as there was a long discussion, and the home plate umpire is just now making it to home plate. He and Brassfield were having a discussion right over by the first base dugout. So Smith will lead it off. He flied out to second first time.
I think a lot of the Rams think that Trail Horton might have been hit intentionally by Nicholas Chris there, as it looked like pretty much a purpose pitch.
So Johnson's wide, and his pitch, fastball outside corner, 0-1. Credit Brent Johnson. He's going to come back here and just try to throw strikes. Not trying to do any kind of payback whatsoever, whether that pitch was intentional or not. The 0-1 pitch, swung on a line foul, back to the screen, 0-2. It's a sign of a true professional when that retaliation is something that doesn't enter your mind. It shows professional behavior. That's something that this Ram team hopefully can exhibit here.
And as the old saying goes, don't waken a sleeping dog. Brent Johnson doing a great job pitching. The last thing he wants to do is put himself in the hole by putting a runner on base.
And a swing and a miss from Matt Smith. So Johnson doing exactly what you want to do, coming back and throwing 3 strikes and striking out Matt Smith.
Third baseman Landon Reeser.
And you've got to be real happy with the job Brent Johnson is doing here. He's been all around the plate. No balls really hit hard against him. He's in control of all his pitches and just doing a fine, fine job.
Landon Reeser is up there. First pitch to him, a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. So Johnson has thrown 4 pitches. Notice he's working much faster here in the 5th inning. Normally a fairly quick worker, not as quick as the other Ram pitchers, but working much quicker here. The 0-1 and off speed in the dirt outside.
Brent tends to work a little better when he is working quicker, especially when he's got good control. He just keeps bringing it.
And the 1-1 just gets a piece of it, does Landon Reeser, and he fouls it back. So Reeser in a hole, 1-2.
Real tough pitch there by Brent Johnson. Came right in on his hands. Might even actually been a little bit inside, but just a tough pitch to hit, and he was only able to foul it back to the screen.
Boone gives the sign. Johnson will go into the wind and deliver the 1-2 high and tight with the fastball. Goes to 2-2. Now Johnson's fastball has a tendency to tail in on the right-handed batter, so I don't think any purpose intended in that. The wind, the 2-2 pitch. Curveball a little bit low. Started the curveball a little too early, 3-2.
And a good comeback pitch after the little one inside a little bit, coming back with the curveball, but dropped just a little bit low in the strike zone.
And the payoff pitch, swung on it, popped up, and out of play behind the screen. So the count remains full to Landon Reeser. On deck is Joey Sampson. He had a base hit in his only trip to the plate in the 3rd. 1 of 2 Morrow Mustang base hits. And another 3-2 is on the way. Swung on a line to left field. Cleary is coming in. He can't get it. It falls in front for a base hit. And the Mustangs have a base runner with 1 down.
And Richie didn't appear to pick that ball up right away. He didn't get a good break on the ball. It looked when the ball was first hit like he might be able to get to it, but the lighting is up. And he did a smart thing, just laying back in, keeping it to a single, not letting it get by him.
And Joey Sampson will be the hitter. Sampson, the right-handed hitting catcher. McIntosh, the team that Newton played in the first game, had a right-handed hitting catcher who batted 8th and hit a big home run against the Rams to keep that one close for a while. Rams won earlier today, 11-8. Morrow reached this final game by beating Forest Park 6-0 this morning at 10 o'clock. Throw goes to first. Reeser back in.
Brent Johnson trying to keep him close, but he still needs to go ahead and concentrate on the hitter and keep throwing strikes.
And the first pitch swung on and lined into right field. It'll be a base hit. Stopping at second base is going to be Landon Reeser. And the base hit from Joey Sampson. Back-to-back hits here, and with 1 down, Morrow may have something mounting. They do have the number 9 man up.
That's probably the hardest ball that's been hit off of Brent Johnson so far. That ball was lined into right field. In fact, it was hit hard enough to keep the runner from advancing to third. Trail Horton did a good job coming in on the ball and getting it back in a hurry.
And here is Gunju Pack. Pack took a strike 3 call back in the 3rd inning. First and second here for Morrow. The Rams lead this game by 2. And Coach Brassfield is going to bring Lance Coffin close in on the infield grass at first. Also, Sam Allen playing pretty close at 3rd. And Pack was looking to bunt, but he takes a strike, 0-1.
Man, Pack has had 4 pitches thrown to him, and he's taken each and every one of them for a strike.
Gunju Pack, a right-handed batter. Reeser away from second, and Sampson from first. Johnson's 0-1 on the way. Once again looked to bunt, but pulled it back. This one was low, so it evens up 1-1.
Ram infield on the move as he's short enough to bunt. Lance Coffin charging on the play. Sam Allen dropped back. They had sort of a rotation play on where they were going to try to get the force at third if they could.
Once again, the runners lead away. 1-1 pitch, line towards short. Matt Easterday will make the play for the second out. His throw to second, not in time, as Reeser dives back in. But a weakly hit line drive, and Easterday had to come in a good 5 or 6 steps to make that play.
Made a good play on it, and they were almost able to double the run off of second base, but he did slide back in just ahead of the Ryan Allen.
And here's Willie Carter. He's 0 for 2. Ground out to second, a hard ground ball, and a pop fly to the left fielder, Richie Cleary, in 2 trips up there. He's a left-handed batter. And the pitch to him, swung on a bounce foul, first base side, and cleanly fielded by the Morrow Mustang first base coach. So right down to the first base coach. Looks like good defense on the Morrow side. Of course, we've been watching the first base coaches throughout the year. Eric Coggins trying to stake a claim as one of the better fielding first base coaches around. He is the Ram first base coach. The 0-1 outside with a fastball.
Runner down at second, taking some liberties off the bag. Brian Moon took a good long hard look at him and looked like he wanted to snap one down there to Matt Easterday.
The 1-1 is due, and it's on the way, and it's swung on and bounced towards Lance Coffin. There may be a tough play. He's going to try to tag the runner. He is safe. Here comes the runner home. He is going to be safe. No throw. Coffin was behind the bag, and this is going to take some protest here from Joe Brassfield and the Morrow folks coming in to congratulate the man who came across and scored, Landon Reeser. It's now a 2-1 ball game. And the argument still going on as Brassfield arguing from behind the foul line down the first base side. A run did score on the play.
I think what he was doing was asking the field umpire to get some help from the home plate umpire, because from his point of view it appeared that the tag was made, and he was asking the field umpire to get a little help, a little better angle from the home plate umpire.
And with 2 down and 2 men on, here's Jeremy Holt. He is 0 for 2. Up here in a crucial situation. Stretch, the first pitch, bounced foul, third base side. Sam Allen giving chase, but it's well foul, 0-1.
Tough play there, just a little nubber down to Lance Coffin, and it kind of got in between Lance and Brent Johnson. Lance went ahead and made the play, came over and tried to tag the runner as he dove into first. From my point of view, it looked like he might have got a tag on him, and I think that's what Coach Brassfield was arguing about.
Some of the plays in the field have been very controversial in this game. In fact, every run that has scored has been on a controversial call at some base. One at first, one at third, one at home. The 0-1, swung on and missed. Here's a snap throw to first. They've got a runner picked off there. Coffin's throw towards second. Now they're going to chase the runner back toward first. Here's the throw toward first, and he goes back towards second. Here comes the runner home, and he is out. Out at home plate is Joey Sampson. That's the third out of the inning, and the Rams out on the field, and they are mobbing folks out there, as that is the third out of the inning. Morrow with 1 run on 3 hits. They leave a man on base. It is 2-1 Newton as we go to the 6th. Newton Ram Baseball, WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
When you need insurance, here's the first thing you should do. Call your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you.
Take the worry out of insurance claims with Auto Owners Insurance. Ranked as one of the top companies in the United States for claim service by a national consumer magazine, you'll enjoy a quick and fair settlement of your personal or business loss. In fact, we're known as the no-problem people because service is our claim to fame. See your Auto Owners Insurance agent today.
Call your auto owner's agents. They are people just like you.
See Steele Jones Insurance Agency, located on Floyd Street Southeast in Covington. Or call 786-9213.
Auto owners, the no problem people.
If you're a serious sports fan crying out for serious sports talk, then you need to tune in to WGFS AM 1430 every...
And welcome back to Morrow High School. And things have tightened up a little bit. And here to bring you the exciting play-by-play action, the final 2 innings, Kevin Holden.
All right, Bill Dolan, thank you very much. Ryan Allen leads it off for the Rams. The Rams with a 1-run lead and trying to pad it, but this 2-1 game has been very close and very, very controversial with every play. Both dugouts erupting. And So they are definitely wanting this championship game. This is for the South Metro Tournament Championship. First pitch to Ryan Allen, swung on and missed. He took a big hack. It's 0-1 as Crisp came in with a hard inside fastball.
And Ryan Allen, as you say, took a big whack at it, trying to drive it, came up empty.
Lefty versus lefty, and the pitch. He was looking to bunt, but it was inside. They're going to check the first base umpire, who says that he did not go around. It's 1-1.
Good great. It appeared like he tried to pull it back. He started to go and then pulled it back as he stepped out of the way. I think it was a good call by the umpire.
Allen, the Ram second sacker for the last 3 years, a 3-year starter. He's now a senior. 1-1 to him. Swung on foul, tipped into the catcher's mitt, makes it 1-2. Allen is 0 for 1 in this game. He walked and scored in the 4th. The first Newton Ram run. Another one scored on the sac fly in the 5th. And the wind and the 1-2 pitch. Lined hard, but foul down the third base line. And that one may have hit a light down the third base side. It most certainly did. It hit one of the lights down the third base side, and right now they may need all the lights that they can get, as one of those lights may have been shattered by that foul ball.
It absolutely did hit a light, Kevin. I saw a lot of glass falling down. Hopefully none of the fans down below were struck by any falling glass. And there's a few lights out already, and it's not the brightest place out here. Hopefully that won't hurt anything anymore.
Ryan Allen can now say that he has done his impression of the man in the natural as he hits the lights. Didn't cause quite the reaction that it did in the natural, but that's okay. The 1-2. Called strike 3, a good, strong curveball. And the throw from catcher Joey Sampson goes into left field. The adrenaline pumping high on both sides right now. That pitch started near the ribs of Ryan Allen, but came in, caught the inside corner.
Good breaking ball.
Now batting.
Ryan Allen
Catcher,
was really fooled on it. He was bailing out on it, and it broke in and definitely caught the corner. Real good pitch by Nicholas Crisper.
Here's Brian Moon. He is 1 for 2. Grounded out his first time. He singled and then was caught stealing on the delayed steal in the 4th. His second time up, and the pitch to him outside, ball 1. Moon, a switch hitter, has had 3 straight at-bats from the the right-hand side of the plate against the lefty.
And another throw sails over the pitcher's head this time, as catcher all kinds of pumped up and maybe still letting that play at the plate bother him from the previous inning.
The wind and the pitch, a good off-speed, swung on and missed. It was a slow curve that Moon was out in front of. 1-1. By the way, on that play, Sampson was retired at home plate. Those of you who are scoring at home, we think 1, 2, 4, 1, 6, 3, 2. I know those are not your winning lotto numbers for tonight. That was the play at home plate. The 1-1, line towards second base on a hop, and Pack has it, his throw to first in time, and that is out number 2.
Ryan with 2 out. A pretty good lick over the ball there, but it was one hopper right to the second baseman and made an easy play. Rams still not really tearing the cover off the ball, and it'd be nice to see him get another run. Brent Johnson's still doing a fine job of pitching. He's got 2 innings to go, but an extra run or 2 certainly wouldn't hurt.
And Luke Allen is the hitter, lefty versus lefty. First pitch to him, he was bailing out, but it stayed inside for ball 1. At the time when you would expect the Rams to be the most tired, it's the time when they need to be the most awake and alert. They played now 27 innings since Thursday afternoon. There's a called strike, 1-1. As we mentioned, the Ram bus did not return to Covington until after 2 a.m., and they had to be out of Covington just before 11 this morning. Wind the 1-1 pitch on the way. Line toward right field. This one will bounce in for a base hit. And Luke Allen, going with kind of a Walt Mariniak swing there, he took the top end off and sort of served that ball into right field, but just over Gunju Pack's head.
Got one that kind of hung up there a little bit where he could see it. Got a good look at it and pulled it into right field. Good job hitting by Luke. That's one of the first decent cuts he's had today against the lefty. He doesn't get a chance to see too many lefties, and he was struggling early, but got a pitch to hit and took it. And here's a guy you'd like to see get one he can hit and take it.
And here's a man who also could use a good base hit right now. Richie Cleary swings at the first one, grounds it towards third, maybe a tough play. Third baseman's throw is in time, and that is out 3. A good dig in at the dirt at first base from Jeremy Vaughn. And Landon Reeser making a good play at third base to retire Cleary. No runs, 1 hit. He was left on. We head to the bottom half of the 6th in the championship game of the South Metro Tournament. And your score is 2-1. The Rams on top. Newton Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430. Made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
Charles Evans Nissan refuses to be undersold. We will meet or beat any advertised price on any in-stock unit. If you are tired of high pressure and the runaround, come to Charles Evans Nissan in Conyers. We put the fun back into buying a car. Charles Evans Nissan is located at 1420 Irish Drive in Conyers, 922-7600. Remember, Charles Evans Nissan. We won't be undersold. That's 922-7600. Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating at 786-4937. They'll send them packing, termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches, and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
And welcome back to Morrow High School in a game moving right along. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning in the championship game. Newton leads it 2-1. Here to bring you home with it, Kevin Holden.
Well, it's excitement at the old ballpark here on a Saturday night at Morrow High School as the Morrow Mustangs and Newton Rams locking horns in this one. And the Rams lead it by 1, 6 outs away from capturing what would be their 4th in a row South Metro Tournament Championship. Jeremy Holt will be the first batter here, then Ricky Langley and Jeremy Vaughn. Holt was up last inning when Brian Moon was throwing down toward first base to try to retire a man down there, a runner who had taken a big lead at first base. That was Willie Carter. Meanwhile, Joey Sampson tried to score and was thrown out at home plate. And so Holt is back up there with a clean slate, and the base is empty. Brent Johnson's still out there. His first pitch has popped up into left center field. Luke Allen is out there, and he's under it, and he makes the catch.
And you like to see that. 1 pitch, 1 out. Brent Johnson trying to sail right along, not letting anything bother him. He has just 5 more outs to get.
And Ricky Langley is up. Langley 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout.
Now batting for center fielder Ricky Langley.
So far, Morrow in this game with 5 base hits, all of them singles. They pushed 1 across. That was last inning. Rams pushing runs across in the 4th and the 5th. First pitch from Johnson to Langley is low and outside, ball 1.
And Brent really just needs to stay focused here and keep throwing strikes. Last thing he wants to do is start walking people.
This pitch also outside, but close with a fastball, 2-0. Morrow under their second-year head coach, Ronnie Green. A much-improved ball club. Wind the 2-0 on the way. A called strike on the inside corner, 2-1. We haven't seen this Morrow team since 1993, before Ronnie Green was here. And we can definitely say a very competitive ball club down here at Morrow High School. 2-1, bounced right back to the mound. Johnson takes it on a hop, runs about 6 steps toward first base, and then finally unleashes it for the second out. Johnson wanted to make sure he was as close to Lance Coffin as possible when he released that ball.
Did a good job of knocking it down in front of him, took his time, and then, as you say, ran over towards him and gave Lance a good ball. Showed it to him, gave plenty of time to see it, and that's 2.
Jeremy Vaughn.
And Jeremy Vaughn is the hitter, 0 for 2. A ground out and a fly out. Johnson has stepped up when it's mattered most here in the championship game of the South Metro Tournament. First pitch high, ball 1. The run that he allowed back in the 5th is the first earned run that he's allowed in 1995. He had pitched 7 2/3 innings coming in, 5 2/3 in this one, for a total of 13 1/3 innings as the 1-0 is outside, ball 2. Johnson's 2-0 on the way. Inside, it nearly hit Jeremy Vaughn. And Johnson now down on the count here, 3-0.
And with 2 outs here, that's the last thing Brent wants to do is walk somebody. Let's go ahead and come back with the old automatic and then work on the hit.
And the wind, the 3-0 pitch, inside, ball 4. Folks, that is the first man that Brent Johnson has walked so far in this game, and that will bring Lance Coffin to the mound to have a little inspirational discussion with Brent Johnson. And we have a pinch runner at first base. Pinch runner for Vaughn. We'll get the name for you in just a moment. Nicholas Crisp is the hitter. Crisp is 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts, both of them looking for Crisp. 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th. Runner at first here, 2 down. Johnson at the belt. He winds, and the delivery swung on and grounded on 1 hop, 2 hops now. Easterday makes the charge and the throw to first, and they got him. No runs, no hits, a man left on base That ball hit right out in front of the plate and took a real high hop, but a good play from Easterday. And after 6 innings of play, the Rams lead it here 2-1. Newton Ram baseball on WGFS, AM 1430, the championship game of the South Metro Tournament, brought to you by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
Fit in some fun, slip into a grin. Show the world, move your in.
Come celebrate the savings during Goody's grand opening sale. Like men's duck head knit polos, now $16.99. And men's Nike activewear, just $11.99 for tees and $15.99 for shorts. Plus, save on all Bugle Boy for men and boys during the grand opening sale at Goody's Family Clothing.
Goody's feels like you.
Hey, Carl, the greenskeeper here for the Hard Luck Cafe. You know, that's that little red building down by Nationwide. After a hard day hunting varmints on the golf course, I love to stop by and get some hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. They've got them all the way from that extra mile up to my favorite, TNT. It's a real Cinderella story how Randy has become king of the wings. So stop by and see Randy or call him at 787-0421. When you do, tell him Carl sent you and maybe he'll give me a free wing or something. Remember, that's 787-0421.
Welcome back. Morrow High School, the Morrow Mustangs versus the Newton High Rams. We're into the 7th inning already, time flying right along. Rams up 2-1, and here to bring you the rest of the way, the voice of the Rams, Mr. Kevin Holden.
Bill, thank you very much. Sam Allen, Chris Middlebrooks, Lance Coffin, the next three here for the Newton Rams. The top half of the 7th. Once again, this game has been the story of two pitchers, Nicholas Crisp and Brent Johnson, going the full distance, both of them pitching terrific games, and every run that has come across has done so on some sort of disputed call, which has caused a little heat to be exchanged from both sides, from both the Newton Rams and the Morrow Mustangs. Sam Allen with a double and a run scored and 2 trips to the plate tonight.
Last time up, Sam really drilled one into right center field, getting it over the right fielder's head, as he did a good job of hitting and going with the pitch.
And Allen digs in, facing the big lefty, as Crisp goes into the wind and delivers, and Allen takes a big whack and comes up short at a high, hard fastball, 0-1.
Up chasing that one up in his eyes that looks so good, but it's so hard to hit. Sam was trying to give an insurance run right there, all by himself, I think.
Sampson with the sign, the wind and pitch, fastball outside, 1-1. That had some extra mustard on it, but it was outside.
Nicholas Crisp still throwing very hard, as is Brent Johnson. Both pitchers just doing a fine job, and it's a shame that one of them has to lose in this game.
They have both pitched terrific ball games, and both should be commended for that. And the 1-1 on the way. It is high. Fastball high for ball 2. The Rams in this game with 3 base hits, 2 singles and a double. Coming up for Morrow in the 7th inning, they'll have the 6, 7, and 8 spots in the order. The wind, the 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Another fastball right where Allen likes it, but he couldn't catch up with a 2-2.
He was just evidently overmatched again there by that Nicholas Crisp fastball up high in the strike zone. Sam going after it and coming away empty.
And the 2-2 on the way, outside 3-2. And if Brent Johnson gets in trouble, look for Coach Brassfield to pull out all the stops, because the Rams won't play again until March 27th. That is a week from Monday. They'll have plenty of off days to rest the pitcher's arms. So don't be surprised if something goes wrong, if Coach Brassfield decides to do something a little crazy. The 3-2 swung on and missed. And Allen down on strikes. That is strikeout number 7 from Nicholas Crisp in the first out.
Now coming to the plate, Chris Middlebrooks.
Of course, most of the pitchers have pitched considerably in this week, and hopefully Brent Johnson can just go out and set them down in order in the 7th inning, and we can go ahead and get on out of here.
Luke Allen was the starter in the first game. He went 6 1/3. And if he has any innings left in his arm, may come in if anything happens to pitch in the nightcap. First pitch to Middlebrooks is down low for ball 1. Allen came in during the Fayette County game to close it out.
I would have to think, though, if Brent gets into trouble, you might see Lance Coffin come in again, since he only threw basically the 1 inning in the first game. Actually, 2/3 of it, and faced 4 or 5 batters. So his arm should still be in pretty good shape where he could come in and throw to a batter or two if he had to.
Plus, Johnson could move to first base, his normal position. As the pitch is a called strike to Chris Middlebrooks, it evens up at a ball and a strike. 1 down. An exciting championship game of the South Metro Tournament. You could not ask for it any better than this in terms of the excitement. There's another called strike
It is 1-2.
One of those backdoor curveballs just kind of breaking in at the last moment and appeared to just catch that outside corner. Chris Middlebrooks is going to have to be up there protecting the plate. Going to have to swing the bat a little bit.
And Sampson with the sign, and Crisp with the wind and pitch. The fastball outside the waist pitch, 2-2. Crisp likes to reach back every once in a while and put a little extra heat on the pitch, especially if he's ahead of the count. A lot of times it'll sail outside, but sometimes hitters who are down on the count and looking for something see the pitch up about eye level but well outside. A few of them may chase after it. Count even 2-2. Middlebrooks awaits, the pitch on the way low, and it's run full, 3-2. Lance Coffin on deck.
And Kevin, we'd like to offer our thanks to the Dugout Club and all the parents for inviting us along on the picnic between games. They fed us until we were full, and we want to thank them.
The 3-2 is low, ball 4. And the Rams have a runner here in the 7th. And you mentioned the picnic that the Ram team had between games, and they fed both of us and still had enough left over for the players. Quite amazing. It means they had to make a lot of food, but they did.
Absolutely. There was plenty there for everybody, and there was some left over, and that was, like you say, after you and I had our fill. Of course, Dick took care of us before the first game with one of those fine hoagies from his place out there at Little Phillies.
We have most certainly been well fed today. Runner throwing over to first base, and the pitcher throws over there, and caught napping is Chris Middlebrooks. A terrific pickoff move from Nicholas Crisp, and Middlebrooks was caught just standing at first base. He was neither leaning towards second or first. He was completely caught off guard by the pickoff play.
And one of those typical left-hander moves over towards first, kind of halfway in between. And the Rams haven't faced that many lefties, and that's something maybe they need to work on a little bit, that move from the lefty over to first base, because that's several that have gotten picked off tonight.
And Coffin is awaiting as Chris' first pitch to him is a little bit high and outside for ball 1. Rams put one run across in the 4th, another in the 5th. The Morrow Mustangs with a run in the 5th. And that has made it our current score of 2-1. This one's in the dirt. With the fastball, it goes to 2-0. Coffin, a patient hitter at the plate, will make the pitcher throw strikes. Last year, his on-base average well over 500. His batting average was under 200.
And the last at-bat, it was a real good at-bat for Lance. He got ahead in the count and then drove the ball to fairly deep center field and able to score Sam Allen with the sacrifice fly.
And the wind and the 2-0 pitch is grounded on 2 hops towards shortstop, rather. Willie Carter makes the play, and his throw is in time. The Rams go down, no runs, no hits. No errors. One man was picked off after being given first base on a free pass. And after 6.5 innings, it is 2-1. Last chance for the Morrow Mustangs. The bottom half of the 7th, the championship game of the South Metro Tournament. It gets no better, and we'll be back. Newton Ram Baseball, WGFS, AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
If you bury your nose in a cloud of sawdust and breathe deep, you're going to get choked up. Unless you're the new Husqvarna 36 chainsaw with air injection filtering, now available at Coast to Coast Home and Auto. Husqvarna's exclusive air injection saws run up to 20 times cleaner than any other saw on the market. With the Husky 36, you can work harder and longer without stopping for a filter change. What's more, an ergonomic design means that you can last nearly as long as your Husky. An angled front grip puts you in a comfortable working position that's less prone to fatigue, and vibration is kept to a minimum by separating the handles and engine unit. At only $199.95, you can't buy a better saw for home or farm than the Husqvarna 36 with air injection. So to keep your nose clean, stop by Coast to Coast Home and Auto on the Square in Covington to see the 36 and our entire line of quality Husqvarna products.
And welcome back to Morrow High School. It comes down to this. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. Brent Johnson needs 3 batters to retire. And here to try to get the job done for you, along with Brent Johnson, is Kevin Holden.
Okay, Bill, thank you very much. The Newton Ram fans, parents, players, the head coach have all put their hopes on the right arm of Brent Johnson, and he has held the Morrow Mustangs to only 1 run so far, and he is 3 outs away from giving the Rams what would be their 4th straight South Metro Tournament Championship. Matt Smith, the DH, is the first man up. Johnson's wind and first pitch his way is swung on and popped up into shallow center field. Could be trouble. Easterday goes back, makes the play. And that is out 1, and Luke Allen, charging in hard, had to duck under Easterday as he made the catch.
Real good play by Matt Easterday. He took off, running backwards, kept the ball inside, never taking it away from him. And I don't think Luke Allen would have been able to make the play. So that's a big play by Matt Easterday. That's 1, 2 to go.
Landon Reeser, the next man up. He is 1 for 2. A single and a run scored.
Mustangs, third baseman Landon Reeser.
And Johnson's winding first pitch to Reeser. A called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. No action as of yet in the bullpen for the Newton Rams. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Another called strike. This one protested by the Morrow fans and the hitter, Landon Reeser. And it's 0-2 as Reeser is in a hole, and the Morrow head coach, the third base coach, will call time. And he and Reeser will have a discussion as in a tight game, down by only 1 run. Reeser looking back at the home plate umpire after making that call and questioning the home plate umpire.
And a lot of times you can get tossed out of a game real quick arguing a ball strike pitch. Looked like a pretty good curveball from Brent Johnson, right down around the knees, had good break on it, and he's way ahead in the count. He doesn't want to make a mistake now.
And Coach Green also had some words for the home plate umpire on that one. The wind, the 0-2, swung on and missed. Reeser down on strikes, 2 down in the inning. And the Newton Rams 1 out away from capturing the championship of the South Metro Tournament. The seniors on this team would like nothing more than to finish their high school careers having never seen a year in which they did not win the South Metro Tournament. One of those seniors is Brent Johnson. Joey Sampson, the hitter. The first pitch to him. Swung on, grounded to second. Allen fields it. The throw to first. Out. And the Newton Rams are South Metro Tournament champions for the 4th straight year. A mob down the first baseline as the Rams mobbing their pitcher, Brent Johnson, who is the undisputed star of this game, as he goes the complete way, giving up only 1 run. 4-3 in your scorebook. Sampson is retired. Close the book on the South Metro Tournament for 1995. You can give the tournament championship to the Newton High School Rams, and we're going to be back to wrap it up. Newton Ram Baseball, WGFS, AM 1430. Made possible by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.